Let's turn back to the phone lines now. So excited that Maddie is on the line over in Pell City. Maddie, good evening to you. How are you this evening?
Okay, and how are y'all?
Doing
We are
great,
great.
Maddie. Thank
We are
you for
great.
calling.
Glad you're calling.
I've got a question that y'all may not can be able to answer, but it's about an insurance policy. I'm trying to get it handled, and I just wanted to know if the lawyer is handling it correctly, because it's been a year.
Okay.
I start off, my husband had a policy on my youngest son, and he died, and I sent in and got the policy, and they sent it back, and they sent it back to me in my son's name that died. And so when I carried the check to the bank, they wouldn't cash it. And they said I'd have to get a lawyer. So I got a lawyer, and he told me I'd have to wait 6 months to see if anybody, put a claim on it. And so I waited 6 months, and 6 months, more than 6 months passed. And I called, and they said they had to see not Medicare, but Medicaid about it. And I told him that he told me that I'd have to, on the second month, 6 months, he told me I'd have to wait the 6 months and get an appointment with the court in Pell City and go before a judge, and they would tell me what I'd do. Well, it's been 6 months, and it's over 6 months again, which would be over a year now. And so when I called, they said they had to go through Medicaid. Well, Medicaid didn't make a claim on it when the 6 months was up. So what, is he handling it right for me to have to wait the first 6 months and didn't do nothing, and then now another 6 months, and he's telling me now that I have to go through Medicaid, and that's all he'd have to do. I said, well, they told me I'd have to go to court and go before a judge.
Callie
So
and
what
Kirby,
is
your
he?
advice, or Maddie?
Yeah, so I think a big overarching thing is the legal system doesn't move fast. And so I don't think that your experience is probably something that's uncommon. But I think for the fact that it sounds like that you're going to be in front of a judge, that's good, because a judge is going to make sure at the end of the day that things are getting taken care of the best way that they can under the eyes of the law. So I think you're in good hands. Unfortunately, sometimes things take a long time. And I will tell you, I mean, for anything that involves Medicare or Medicaid, it takes a long time to hear back from them. So the delay might be in hearing back from them. So that's what I would say, is that sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than a lot of people anticipate.
Yeah.
What I think I hear going on, Maddie, I think this, I'm speculating a lot here, but it sounds like your son may have been the beneficiary of that somehow. That's the only reason I can think of why you would have to wait the 6 months and the money. It sounds like the money's got to come through his estate, which is a little bit unusual. It wouldn't work that way if you were the beneficiary. So it sounds like maybe he was the beneficiary. The money has to then go into an estate. That's why you have to wait the 6 months for claims on the estate. And then Medicare and Medicaid have extraordinary collection powers, and they can do things like this. The insurance company can pay out the benefits of that policy, and if Medicaid or Medicare is owed some money, they can go to that insurance company and make them pay again, even outside of the policy. So it sounds like maybe you're in that latter part of that, where they're trying to work out things with Medicare and Medicaid to see if they're owed any money, because they have a lot of teeth to their collection powers. So it sounds like your lawyer is probably doing the right things.
So just a little bit more patience at this point in time, it sounds like.
And I know you're probably ready to have that wrapped up. Sure, sorry about your loss as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So thank you, Maddie, so much for calling. Thank you for the question. I appreciate the question. Just to make sure that her attorney's on the up and up and doing the right things. I can certainly understand that. We certainly offer our condolences to you and your family, especially as you go through this difficult time. So thank you for calling, for sure.